great map for G2. And I think we are straight into this one, Matt. It's going to be NaVi on the CT side here. 4 sets of armor, no boost coming in. Well, actually there is. Edward has got up. There's going to be Scream to open things up with that Desert Eagle headshot towards B. It's a straight up rush here. And C's rotating, has to step up to try and slow them down. 1 kill is required.
And the Tipman 98 now used by C. He's going to get a shot back in. Scream, he goes down. It's going to be back to a 4 versus 4 as the silenced weapon trying to get back inside of the site. Simple. He's still alive and well, has the kit. The only one still alive on Navi's side. Nade as well. That nade's now been depleted on, or rather deployed, excuse me, onto Smith's. And Simple still waiting out from the window, and as he walks in, gets a little bit of information toward tunnels, but he has to find the players inside of the site. They've done so. Smith goes down. Last player, RPK, comes in from the tunnel itself. So bomb goes down, sure, you get early money, but G2 had early pick and B site.
They had the B site. They get that first kill as well. That's like a dream scenario. The CTs didn't have much utility. They've got, what, 4 sets of armor, Simple on the defuse kit. That should be a lot harder to get into that bomb site there. The terrorists dropped the ball, I think, there. Not even finding a single kill after that entry. Like you said, they did get the bomb down, so it's not the end of the world here. They do have an eco opportunity here, and then the AK's on the third, but you can see NaVi, they're preparing themselves here. They know this is coming. There's no SMGs available. It's going to be 4 rifles and Guardian on that scout as well. So they'll be looking to keep 5 players alive. Okay, Matt, they've gone for the 4 spy in the second.
This is, yeah.
Interesting.
And give away a kill immediately as well. So if you're going to go for the 4 spy, you kind of have to have strength and numbers to make this work. Get the pistols in position. Instead, drop down suicide. Shocks dies immediately to an M4.
Yeah, this is a very interesting call from G2 here. They have lost our first player. Shocks is the first one to fall. You can see all 4 now of the French side will be in the B tunnels. They've got smoke. And that's about it. What can we really do here? Smoke in front of the tunnel entrance. And the thing is, they haven't got flashbangs. So C's will have full opportunity here to actually spray them down. It's a decent granade going in first. So actually open things up, does a ton of damage.
Thankfully, they've got armor, because that nade might have taken them down so low before they come in. Molotov, Flamey, speaking of flames, is going to sit behind it. So he's living up to the name. However, C's is taking them down before they even get that far. Flamey spotted now, and he'll fall to the Tech 9. Let's Scream. All right, he's got another. He's down and walks in the door. All right, Simple falls as well. We said Scream might get buffed. It's a pistol. Okay, it's a little different than the rifles, but still a decent effort considering it's 3. However, it's the 4 spy, like you said, gone. Force out a rebuy from NaVi. They can keep the economy low, but they won't get the AKs out in round 3.
How that started, it didn't end up too bad for G2, but they did lose that first player, Shocks. And the thing is, when you have these 4 spies in the second round, you normally want to be going in with a tactic. You want to be getting up towards short, smoking on the bomb side, trying to plant for short. You want to be guaranteeing yourself a bomb with that kind of investment, but didn't happen for G2 this round. It's going to be P250s, smoking 2 flashes. That normally suggests maybe a smoke towards CT spawn and trying to rush out and get the bomb towards B. Maybe go towards short as well. They've got the bomb in the hands of Scream. Let's be trying to meet shield him as they go to the side. Like I said before, that short plant to come down should be a possibility. It's going to be Guardian on the A side with the scout trying to hold them off. Simple will be backing him up as well. So we have to see what Simple's going to bring to the table, but here comes the execution from G2.
Well, Guardian said so far he's been the perfect teammate, much to his delight and surprise. Now he's got to play support to Guardian's position with the scout, who finds 2 kills on the way through, both body shots and Simple. He'll find 2 of his own as he wings off in the corner, denies the default bomb plant in Screamy. Left alive in middle, not for long. Side view of the assassination, I guess you could say, from Seized, and it's going to be 3-0, but guns do out this time.
Yeah, the problem is Smith's obviously going to be wielding the AWP. He will have to go glass cannon if he wants to actually pick up the weapon. He can't. Dust 2, his playground. Everyone says it, right? So it's going to be important for him to get that AWP. We've seen a lot of teams this tournament, especially on online stages, actually cripple their economy with these 4 spies. Not going to be an easy start here for G2. They have got the 5 AKs though, and a decent amount of utility. Not the most, but going to be going for the default here. It's actually quite a defensive one as well. You can see 4 players outside the long doors. They're looking for that first round aggression from the CTs. That normally does happen on the first gun round. You might have some residual Famises. In this case, as a scout, you want to go in and get that first kill and just shut down any sort of approach that terrorists may have. They're going to be smoking off towards long corner though, and Edward, who'll be waiting for them as they make their way out the doors.
And he's got the lineup flashed up though, can't find the second kill. Had the crosshair almost on him, but thankfully, for the sake of G2, body move just out of it. Still lots of damage dealt both ways though, as Guardian will in fact give up. Elect not to push through what is a 2-man, or rather 2-smoke wall at the end of long, so stays safe, stays inside the site. 4 versus 4, can't afford to give away more on the defensive side, especially on Dust 2, but this is good from Seized as he walks into B to get information. He finds Shocks. Smartly, he's going to rotate back as well. He might just catch them, but he over-commits to it. He did well in that situation because he gets 1. It was a 1 versus 2 peak, essentially.
Yeah, he had no information that they'd be in T-spawn. The fact he actually gets 1 for that, it's actually very beneficial for the CT. He's got lots of information here. RPK does make his way to the side, but look at Simple. He's ready for them, not giving anything away. Just needs to get 1 kill. That's round secured. Has been spotted here, but Arky takes him down, and it's actually body comes in as well. So the CTs have challenged before the bomb is even on the site, and now it's up to Guardian. He's only got the scout in hand as well. A very difficult situation. He runs in to try and deny the plant. Does not work out for him. And G2, after losing those initial frags as well, and having the man disadvantaged to go into the B site. I thought Simple was going to be good for one there at least. The fact he faced, considering his situation, he was in an ideal spot. To sit deny the plant, it's a one and done position is all you need in those situations. Take one down with you, delay the plant, but
and the issue, unfortunately, too, with Simple missing that first shot is that he called that it was closet, which meant Flamey overcommitted going through the smoke, and they had the cross set with body coming in. So Flamey then walked in too far on that call and got caught out by it. This time Simple goes down through middle, struggling with this A1S, unable to collect RPK that time, and another early man loss for NaVi. Scream, he's going to bring it back to a man advantage as well as he gets Edward. It's a trade for that of Smiths. However, they are getting closer onto this site. They still have to confront a double op setup. Seized and Guardian, and keep that in mind, Seized is the double op.
Yep,
we thought it might be Simple.
That's pretty interesting feature we've seen so far. Like that has been the double orb setup for NaVi for quite a long time. We thought it was Simple's power coming into it, he'd be picking up that weapon as well. But now we go into the 3-on-3. The bomb has been planted for long as well. CT's in a difficult position. No kits. One smoke remaining and bodies waiting for them on the side as well. Two players towards long. And you see the rotation coming as well. Shocked. He's coming up behind them and short as well. He could be the linchpin here. If he finds one kill and just gets them panicked, this could be the key play of this round.
Shocks, Flamey easily lined up. AK-47 successful, but now Guardian does get one back on body up close. However, he falls to Scream and Seized stuck on the ramp. Crossfire set onto him with the additional player at long. It's going to go now 3-2. G2 claw back 2 rounds and break the economy.
Yeah, they do. That double orb setup, it doesn't come cheap and didn't really work out for them either. So it's going to be Guardian now. He's going to be struggling for cash for sure. They're about the 2K mark. It's 3-2 now, and obviously it's opportunity for G2 to tie things up at 3-3. They're going to be reading the situation quite nicely. Shocks, he's just going to have the Mac 10, try and farm some cash, throw into the bomb sites first, maybe through mid doors, and just scout those areas out. And you've got Smiths now. He has got the AWP, like we said, his favored weapon on this map. It's one of the most impactful maps for him, actually. And we're going to go straight towards B. No default really coming in from G2. Just going to be sticking in together in numbers and working their way towards the site here, and there's NWBC's waiting outside. He's only got the PT-50. Not really much he can do about this. Pretty much round over at this stage, but let's see if NaVi can get any sort of souvenir kills as the bomb has been planted. Well,
Shocks is hunting as well, and this is the right thing to do because he's the one with the SMG, so he's just built up a little bit of money in finding one kill. Seized gets RPK, so reinvestment perhaps on the side of G2 needed, or at least for one player on RPK's side. So bomb down, round over. Just a matter of what else they can accomplish here. Specifically, I would say for NaVi's side, because getting guns down is going to be important.
Yeah, this is the thing. GT don't need to go hunting for these kills at all. It's just worth $300 for them, or in Shock's case, he can get 600, so I'd only really throw him towards these saving players. And Guardian desperately trying to make something happen in USP is somehow getting some room to move, but eventually shut down by body there. It's going to be Flamey, the last player remaining, and he'll be holding towards T-Spawner, and the terrorists should lock him down momentarily. There it is. Shocks is the final kill, and he actually gets 2, so $1,200 for him. And it's putting G2 in a very nice position now. They have a bit more freedom to move. And they've gone for these nice defaults at the start of the round. They use the smokes towards the long corner. That segregates the map. It's a really nice, strong opening round to actually drop into these late stages, because it means you can actually take vision away from CTs. If there's anyone waiting in the pit, he's by himself challenging you. You're not necessarily trying to get a bomb site there. You're just trying to take over real estate for the map. And G2 are very good at that. We'll see what's the adjustment for NaVi is going to round number 7. No orbs available. This is a very weak buy. You can see 5 rifles, no grenades really, no kits, and they're going to be rushing into B tunnels here. It's going to be 2 CTs hunting for that first kill. They're not finding anyone though, so they haven't got a kill, but at least they got information. Guardian does open things up, but it's quickly replied by RPK.
The trade in this case is actually okay on this A site because they are exactly that. Body gets slowed down in middle, going to find him, so they give themselves a man advantage on the retake just by holding up the T's in mid a little bit. However, bomb is down. They do have to still confront that smoke out at the top of Catwalk. Won't allow them to walk through easily, and Scream's going to get in a decently aggressive position. This is because of the shadow. I mean, I'm still not a favor of the shadows in this game. That's the whole point of getting into that position, because you can easily see him walking into that first doorway. He sits, holds the angle, RPK. He now sits on the ramp with Scream coming back to help him out, and they've got this down to a 2 versus 2. HP gone. Oh, we have to switch to the pistol. That allows Scream to at least get the kill back, but Edward is there to trade it, but no kit. You're dead right.
Yeah, it's a really tough round for NaVi to buy into. Like I said, 5 rifles, no kits, limited on grenades as well. They had to go for that aggressive B push, try and find one kill. At least they got some information there, but it was a little bit too late. G2 were acting very quickly there, making their way to the A site. Decent exchanges, bomb goes down. When you haven't got kits or grenades to retake, they brought it down to the man advantage. Actually got all 5 kills, but wasn't enough to win the round. So they're still going to be struggling as we go into number 8 here. G2. Plenty of money here. They know the situation for NaVi is going to be pretty broken. So Edward does save an AK-47. Is up to him. I wonder if we'll see some sort of boost or a different sort of setup going in here. Looks like the smoke towards mid, and then 4 players from the CT side actually stacked towards B, which has been a key area for G2 on these anti-eco rounds. So this could work out for them.
Scream him with the P90. Run and gun. Gets one. Smith follows it up, but Flamey inside the site with just the pistol so far. Starts this off well. He's going to complement that with a third kill on the 5-7. It leaves Edward in a 1 versus 2, but Edward's picked up an AK-47. However, it's a long way to rotate. As Edward saved that over from the last time. Good job by Flamey nonetheless to get this down in this situation. It slows RPK a lot because he can't afford to go in and lose the bomb in a one-on-one situation, so his teammate has to rotate in. Shocks to get closer. And Edward doesn't want to commit either way either and have the bomb go back to A and have him be on B. So he'll now get the confirmation they are going to go in and try and plant. He saved last round. Does he try and go quickly on this and capitalize? Smoke out on the door. Additional one. He's going to body block that slightly, but Willie heard that. Yeah, exactly. That's dead giveaway. So Edward goes down. Keep in mind, one of the things to note in the new update that just came out the other night is the X-ray becomes more bold if there's an noise, right? Audible noise. That's, the thing is, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's heard by the other person. It just means they're making audible noise. Yeah,
that's actually quite an interesting point. I haven't noticed that yet. I'll have to look out for it. But I think the tapping update, that's what I want to see at the pro level and see how that's adjusted some of these big aim stars, and maybe they're going to be stepping up and have some more crazy highlight moments. But we'll see. Currently 5-3 in favor of G2. It's actually going to be 5 rounds in a row for them since the gun round started here. But back to the double AWP setup. As we pointed out before, it's not simple joining of the AWPing role. It's going to be seized as usual. Nothing changed as of yet. These guys haven't been playing together long with Simple. I think they've just come back from the holiday maybe a week ago or so. So maybe still just running the old strat book until they work out what's going to be the best setup going forward. But here we go, then a long take once again from G2. Edward spraying wildly into the smoke, fully blind. And he does somehow pick up a kill. It's a team kill from body, but still, they all count. 4 on 4. And now Flamey is going to be left on the A side. He has got Simple there joining him with the car as well. He's getting burnt alive. Luckily for him, G2 smoke actually gives him an opportunity to fall back.
I mean, call it a treat if you want. That kill from body all in the chaos that ensued. Does slow them considerably. Guardian on catwalk, good shot. RPK down, falls back as they continue to push onto the corner. He's going to stay on the ledge too. They would have expected him to drop. That was actually really crisp movement because he just barely got his shoulder out of vision, and therefore they thought he was gone. It's going to be Smith's last alive, and Guardian will find him, hunt him down as well. Triple kill on the AWP as they pull this back to 5-4.
You saw G2 going for that standard long take again, using the same smoke. Didn't actually go with it this time. They're in for that initial kill, didn't commit to the A side, fell back going towards middle, and decided to focus on short. This time Guardian, he's read them very well, like he said, and he's actually pushing in. He got 1 kill. That's normally most people would say, okay, that's enough, I'll fall back now, reposition, but he was aggressive. Maybe he could lock the round down if he picked up that second one, which he did. And we'll see what kind of setups the CT's going to present. That's a very dynamic map. You have lots of options to take your AWP, many different locations on Dust 2. It's going to be a faster strat though from GT by the looks of things. Actually going to be pushing through middle here, waiting for the smoke to dissipate. And this could actually work out quite nicely. You can see it's quite a passive setup from the CT. Sees those Dust 2 doors, B-side doors, I should say, with the AWP. And seized, going to be joined by Flamey as well. He's challenging for the window. That's a really horrible angle for the CT there. He does get taken down now. There should be a B-split coming in pretty fast.
Simple completely lost himself. He wanted to push through that with a flash. He tried to time it so that their smoke worked against him. He gets through, and look, he's in no man's land. He's been completely lost this whole round. Scream, I think, thought he killed him and didn't, so Simple gets a kill given to him, but still they go a man down. And he really, really wanted to try and get aggressive. It's been a struggle so far. You have to wonder if he's a little perhaps nervous playing with this team that he's finally wanted to be on. I don't know that that's a thing for Simple, but RPK gets Edward.
If you're going to play that defensive piece setup, that's absolutely fine. But facing a window, when you know they're coming through middle, which is for an M4 as well, that means you have to completely nail your shot. You're going against potentially 3 or 4 AKs looking at one position. They're always going to trade you in that situation. You'll be very lucky to actually do much more with the M4. If you had an AWP, for example, you could take 1 shot, fall back, then call for rotations. But Flamey, that was a very difficult situation for him. You can see there is a bit of rust here for NaVi as they come back from the break, and they've got this new player in the form of Simple. We go into round number 11. Double AWP set up for the T side now. It's another eco for NaVi. And not really much going to bring to the table here. It's going to be 2 players towards B, 2 pushing off short. Hoping they can find these aggressive kills. Will be Guardian with the PT50 charging in first. And you can see how passive GT are holding this. They got long control, and Smith's waiting for them as well.
Yeah, there was a call from Shocks on the double op that 3 would have crossed as well, because the third one did late. So go A, it's the right call. Simple back with the Deagle, taken out immediately. RPK with good accuracy on the AK-47. Shocks can't hit the shot, but he knows they're both there. Scream will certainly do so, and he'll try and spray down. Spray with an AWP, whatever you want to call it. Spam.
Spam down, yeah. Well then, that was the EK from NaVi. Not really much to report there. It's going to be round number 12, still the money, not really stabilizing itself as of yet. It's getting in a bit of a rut now, but it's going to be the Eagles, 5-7s, PT50s. They have got a smoke. They'll probably go towards middle, and they can actually decide whether they want to do a stack B or even fake. They might be doing that. Let's see what they use that smoke. It will go towards those mid doors. So they send one player towards B, and it's going to be a long stack now, hoping that G2 mix it up and don't go towards B every single time. But, of course, they are going to be heading in that direction. It's more of a contact play this time, going to be walking in. This is a decent flash though from C. Doesn't actually have any effect. He missed through that by the looks of things as RPK does pick up that first kill, 5 on 4. And once again, the bomb should be planted. If the bomb in tunnels for now, and players just holding off the flanks at long doors as well. It's body to pick up 2. Edward finally shuts him down, but they know where the last player is. Smiths should have taken care of that, but he gets his head ripped off by the deagle of Edward. And now he will be able to pick up an orb himself. Decides not to do that. He's going to fall back with the AK. All right.
Fall back with the AK.
Bomb goes on B. Safer option.
Well, you'd think that if he was going to go for a save this early, that he would.
Yeah, if he can pick up the orb, then he can hold like a really tight angle, long range, and just pick them off one by one. Now you've got the AK. You have to do what he's doing now, a bit more mobile, get in a position they won't really expect. Shox is covering the rotation over crossover there, so they know he's either in the pit or along somewhere, so they want to be taking this gun off him.
I mean, that's the other part of it too, but not even just the mobility of trying to save it. It's just for the economy.
Yeah, of course.
I would rather pull an AWP over for
definitely
for whoever.
I guess he killed him towards top and middle. He didn't know who was lower B or short, so this felt like a more secure option for him. Should get his kill on RPK.
Struggled on it, and that actually didn't give him time to reset, so gun gone.
That should have been a one bullet all day long. I wasn't even looking at him.
8-4. G2 double up on NaVi. Remember, it was 5-4. That was the last contact that NaVi had in terms of winning a round. They will go on to the double op setup, and it's going to be seized and Guardian, I believe, once more, if I saw that correctly. Yes, it is. So Simple still not electing to wield that big weapon. He's going to stick with an M4 this time. The A1S as well.
Pretty quiet game for Simple so far. 4 for 10. And we go into another default here from G2. Not going for that fast, long approach. It's going to be holding up, spreading across the map in a very standardized way. CTs in terms of the rob. It's going to be Simple towards long drawn by Edward as well, and you got Guardian just backing them up, watching the A side here. First bit of contact comes in, finally Simple does get an opening frag, takes down Shox through the smoke there. So a reply from G2 though is going to be an A attack. They could fall back to middle if they wanted to with this one. Fake the flashes and the smokes towards the side, try and take vision away from Guardian and fall back. They know he's going to be there waiting for him. Try and bait out a shot, try and do anything they can to take him down now.
Guardian anticipates flashes. Instead, it's the smokes come out, gets into a safe position on ramp, but now he is fully blinded up by that one. Teammate beside him almost blocks it, but he has to get the call. Oh, what a shot! Scream! He went down so close, immediately on to Guardian after getting that kill immediately before, and good reactions, but still a man down is G2 after all of this. Bomb gets planted. Edward gonna try and wrap back around from long. And there's no safety in where they've planted. It's the safe plant behind box, but in terms of their positioning, there's no safety. So Smiths rattles off a shot toward long. Edward peeks it out. He does land it. Both coming up the ramp. RPK's managed to get over toward quad. He'll get the information onto Flamey, but now it's the AWP up close versus the M4, and Flamey gets out early, gets the lineup. Headshot behind the barrels. It's protecting him. It's added armor. Has to go to the pistol. He's going to run out of ammo. He's definitely going to run out of ammo, and it's going to be Smiths instead with the Tech 9.
Oh, that was horrible. How did he not kill Smith behind the barrels there? Like I think he knew he dinked him as well. He just needed to hit one bullet there. I think he shot about 40 and didn't land a single one. There's horrible situations, you know. It's such an easy kill. We just need to hit that last shot. It didn't happen for him. I thought the USP would at least landed one, but like you said, ran out of ammo, started panicking a little bit there. And somehow Smiths comes out on top in that situation. Another eco, and through the door, it's a headshot from Shox. Okay. Crazy couple of rounds here, but G2 do have the advantage as we are in the closing sectors here of the first half. And if RPK got control of the B-bomb site, but Flamey, he does find a headshot towards body. Looking for a second there.
Spotted. That was pretty sexy, actually. Spots his shoulder, lines it up, puts the crosshair in the right spot, and RPK walks into it. So at least Navi's clawed this back. There's something to work with as Flamey picks up an AK-47 as well. Smith's inside tunnels trying to allow him to make the mistake, to make the play. And look at that crosshair placement.
Oh, does he dare face Flamey?
That's, yeah. Suicide written all over it. And Scream's got Guardian as well, so now it's turned once more as Navi lose the rifle and the man advantage. Scream waiting on the box at lower, has the headshot advantage down, rather up toward Edward, but the longer he takes, the sooner his teammate can come back over and try and give him some support. Round 14, they've got pistols. They'll buy the next on the CT side, so
Smith needs to be careful. You can see Simple's outside. And he hasn't got back in from his teammates right now, Smith. He's got the AWP in hand and Tech 9 trying to keep it close range. I think he might go down here. Simple doesn't land a shot, but still has intel. He could do something with this. Unfortunately, the time is probably not going to work in his favor now. Teammates starting to arrive, smokes go down. So his opportunity has almost disappeared at this stage now. 3-on-2, Simple and Edward remaining. No grenades. Simple has got armor, but I'm not really sure they can do much with this.
Well, The new Deagle sounds a little bit more like the R8 in the way that it builds up this thunderous roar to it, but
a thud.
Yeah, Shox gonna get Edward down. It's on to Simple. 1 versus 3. Does hit a shot finally with that Deagle, but Shox is there to immediately trade it. And it's double digits for G2 on the T side. We know they're a Dust 2 team, but I'm have to say Navi's looking a little bit rusty.
I'd say rusty. Like we
Sluggish?
said, we know all these guys just come back from holiday. It's not going to be an overnight thing, getting Simple on the team. Like, a team has been, as long as together as NaVi were, it's been a long time with that lineup, and just slotting a new player in, it's always a bit difficult proposition. We go into round number 15. 3 orbs, of course, for the terrorist side. Don't actually land any shots as the cross come in, but it's going to be information for the CTs that's going on, but they have sorted out. Body goes back to an AK-47 here. Seized and Guardian back on the orbs themselves, so we have got 4 on the server right now. Guardian just rotating around, looking for that first pick any way he can. Spotted towards middle for now. It's going to be flashed off. Just trying to get his first pick. It could happen to Smith, sorry, as he's going to be jumping into the crosshair. Can't land the shot, though. Oh, he did. He goes down 31.
Yeah, he hit him in the turn, but bad movement timing in terms of that he did have it lined up. A little impatient trying to find the peak. So leg shot comes in. Guardian down to 33 himself. So both oppers on either side a little bit low. Both primary oppers, I should say. A little bit low as Shock selects to throw his away. Goes back to the AK he had in spawn. Again, round 15, they can afford to do so. Flashes and smokes out onto A. Shox will be late to leave T-spawn, so he'll cover off rotations, but it's 4 on the A side of the map right now for the CT. Simple spotted as they get a wall of smokes down, and nobody watches CT scream through the smoke. Absolutely obliterates Guardian, and he's going to push on for more. Flash goes in, Body finds Flamey. They almost shake hands inside of a smoke, and NaVi's got nothing, no answer. Okay, a no scope from Seized, great. As I say, there's no answer. He comes up with some dumb luck, but it's still a huge disadvantage, and he's now the last alive.
Really nice execution there from G2. I don't think Seized can do anything with this one now. Fires his final bullet there. But you saw the way he actually they handled that situation there, executing with the smoke towards CT spawn, then 2 on the long crossover as well. That makes the AWP fall back. He's got so much room to breathe there, Scream, as he goes to that crossover area. Lands the 2 shots. Really nice play from them. It's a good half from GT overall. I
think very good half. Yeah. And I think NaVi, I mean, Simple, we put so much expectation onto a guy like that, especially after his tenure with Liquid, how explosive he can be. Very quiet in this game. And of course, they were on vacation, as you said, but they need to wake up when we return for half 2. I meant Smiths, sorry.
Yeah, you said Smith.
Oh, I did, okay. Yeah. I thought you said it's the Shox.
Yeah, like, no, yeah, I was saying Shox was a little bit quieter than I expected. We expect that duo to be the ones that always light up score, but Scream mainly was MVP for that first half, I think. And we'll see what the next half brings. Like you said, Simple had a pretty quiet game. We do focus on him, seeing as he's the new boy, and we expect so much of him from previous performances at the major, for example, like that. This is a big move. And for me, like this lineup on paper, they could be the next major winners. That could be something, a real possibility.
They are the perpetual major runner-ups, Henry. So maybe Simple is the answer that they needed. And it'd be interesting. I mean, they've always been in contention. Everyone always says this is their major. This is their major. SK took one away from them. Second time around, Liquid knocks them out. It's pretty. I don't know, it's almost elusive at this point to them, right?
Well, I guess this is why the change had to be made. Just a little bit more firepower, just to get them over the edge, you know.
In some ways, though, second place at a major still isn't a bad accomplishment. Like, we look at that negatively when we say it right now, but when you put it in perspective, it's still an extremely good team that may improve more with this.
I've got another interesting point to make, but let's move on as the pistol has started here. Obviously, now they're swapping over to the T side now. They've got 3 sets of armor, 2 bits of utility as well. Guardian and Seized with the smoke grenades and flashbangs, and they're holding out for the aggressive, but we see this aggressive CT push so many times. That's why these T teams wait outside long doors. They're going to be a push from short. Not going to be happening this time, though. Like I said, it's very predictable, and the CTs is playing a pretty much standard default here in terms of the setup. Body and Scream towards middle with those USPs. They have headshot Simple, actually. He's gone down to 10 HP, and this looks like a smoke coming in towards Xbox, and then they'll set themselves up for an A split potentially. Yeah. Seized just holding towards the B tunnels for now.
And blue. Oh, I was hoping Rushley would get stuck on it, but he's smart. He's a good observer. You know, gotta give him credit sometimes. Body tapping and finding none other than Simple, who continues to be quiet because he's silenced this round as Edward now looks toward the catwalk with Flamey. Now slow it down considerably. Smith's waiting well and truly out at long, but he's making a lot of noise on the other side of that wall. The question is, would Guardian have heard that from outside of the long cave? Doesn't matter, he's going to go catwalk.
CT's ready for this A attacking. See Scream and RPK going to be towards the crossover, and the terrorists have no utility remaining here, but the smoke has gone down towards CT spawn. That final one, and Seized quickly goes up towards B. This could be the ruse as the bomb is still towards short.
Seized A little bit of an exchange,
really
but as you're saying, it is a ruse, and they get the kill as well. The one player that could have shut it down falls inside of the site on the ramp towards CT, who was already rotating as well. That's how committed they were. They still have the one saving grace in Smith's at long, but he's only got 5 HP to hold on with, and RPK up to headshot box, gets caught by Edward, who gets aggressive, and it's the Glock that prevails in that situation. So Smiths and Shocks. 2 versus 3 in the HP, not favorable. Shocks goes down, and Smiths, he's got armor. It doesn't seem like a lot to save, but might as well because it's CT side, and you won't be able to buy much in the way of utility. And if you do in the second round, you won't be able to buy pretty much anything in the third.
Well, then NaVi, like I said, that's almost a dream round for them as well. After losing the first player, Simple getting railed through the smoke by Body, they did a pretty fake there. The smoke towards CT spawn, getting 2 players up towards B made it look so convincing as well, but the bomb's waiting on short, and they time it to perfection. As soon as they're going out towards short, the rotating CT players from A are actually caught in towards CT spawn area, and they just get completely taken down. It's going to be Edward who pick up that final kill as well. So a much needed pistol round from NaVi comes in, 11-5. Looks like a force buy will be coming from G2. I would say not necessarily required, but it's always a topic of conversation, considering the lead they have as well, and Smith is getting a scout, so he won't be able to get the AWP in the first go round if they lose it, obviously.
Exactly. I mean, he picked up the kill late when he was running back toward T-spawn. That gave him that little bit of extra cash. I wasn't sure if he was going to buy the scout or try and save it to go for an AWP sooner, because CT side, he's normally quite good. That tracer just missing over his right shoulder. And as they push through lower, Smiths is still there, almost caught in the open, tagged up, nearly moved, or limited his movement speed, rather.
Of course.
But they're going to continue on in exactly that. AKs prevail. Simple gets RPK as Edward finds the man we watched, Smiths. Flamey won't get Screamy.
Just while we're here, Matt, the point I wanted to make earlier with the whole NaVi lineup change was interesting. Is it like the worst timing in the world with the whole coach thing coming in as well? Obviously,
Yeah,
Starek's known to be the
exactly.
caller of the team, and they just kicked Zeus, who was like the leader before, and we know he can do a very good job in that role, albeit a bit hot-headed. And that's quite an interesting change, right? That the fact that they've just brought that change, and they don't really have anyone with that kind of experience in CSGO, at least, to be doing the calling. So a tough time, but it's obviously... players like Edward have played the game for 15 years or so. I'm sure they can perform that role without any real problem.
It's true. You're not lying.
I'm not trying not to do that.
It's definitely... actually, on that note, Zeus made a pretty hilarious tweet. Hey, does anyone need a fifth? I've got in-game looting experience.
Yeah, like those guys just get a lot more valuable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
By the
good.
way, it's the same with Godsend Fnatic.
Yes,
You bring
absolutely.
over Venton and you think Vugo's going to help coach him and bring him up to speed. He will do some in-game leading, sure, but it's going to be Vugo that helps him do so.
Yeah.
Suddenly there's a lot more pressure for that learning curve to be increased and sped up, because it's on the other side of that, Pronax is sitting back and saying, no problem,
What a
Val, thanks
perfect
very
time.
much.
Yeah. What a time to be alive. Yeah, that's pretty good for him. So yeah, GT don't really get much out of that force, but like I said, it's not really required. There's obviously an argument to say it's still how you still have enough money to get rifles on the third, but the idea is when you have this kind of lead, you want to be guaranteeing that kind of percentage chance of winning the game. Having the AWPs out and having all your utility on that first going round, for me, is a lot more valuable than trying to force around if you've got an obvious disadvantage in as you go into it, but there's always an opportunity to win them, sure. But it just gives NaVi now even bigger window to capitalize. If we go into this first gun round, you'll see how that's reflected. No one can get an AWP here. It's going to be 5 rifles. Body, I guess he probably needs a bit more utility here. I was going to say he should get the FAMAS, but they do get 4 smokes, 1 incendiary, not a single kit, no head armor. Normally wouldn't be a huge problem against AKs, because he sees he saved his UMP. That weapon becomes much more viable now in the close range situations. If he hits a headshot with that weapon, that's a one-shot kill as well. So we'll see how this works out for him. Round number 4. Big one for G2 here. They could be in a lot of trouble if they lose this one.
Seized gets aggressive. UMP in hand. He's going to go toward Catwalk, try and just be the dummy, the salesman. Give them a pitch that perhaps A is the plan of attack, but Body already spots them inside the tunnel. He'll call Scream inside of the site, and they line up. They line up indeed, because Flamey sprays right through 1 and gets 2. Scream and Body go down. Smoke off on the doorway, and NaVi continuing to put some momentum into this second half as they start to close in. However, it's not done just yet. They're low on HP. And Shocks. Oh, he tries desperately to take advantage of it, but Flamey will get him before he can get a kill, leaving Guardian alive on 7 HP and Flamey himself on 13. As Smiths gets to the top of the ramp outside the door, he'll hold and wait for RPK.
Once again, no kits. So time ticking away. They haven't really made their move to the bomb site yet. I think this is getting to the point of no return. They have to go 3 kills and a bomb defuse with no kit. Good start, but it's not going to be enough here, I'm afraid, as RPK desperately comes out the tunnels. They know exactly where he is as well. He's going to have to run in. They're not going to face until he defuses, so he's going to have to fall back here. Picks up an AK for his troubles and a lot of utilities where he got the Molotov. The smoke grenade, 2 flashes, so it's something to take away, but ultimately you can see how G2 was struggling there in the retake. With that, no kits as well, it's made it a much more difficult situation. So NaVi do pick up 4 rounds in a row now after that force buy from the French squad, and they will be left with about 3K. So loss bonus will be working in their favor next round. That'll be at $3,400, so they definitely can get a double up setup going into the next one, but this should be a pretty much full EK here, apart from some upgraded pistols, and of course RPK's saved AK-47. Guardian now, of course, on the orb.
Oh, you're tempting fate with that. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, okay, it was Scream. I thought it might have been RPK that went that way out of spawn. He went toward A instead with that AK.
Shox is getting aggressive towards short. He's got the Desert Eagle, of course, he's trying to get that 1 bullet before low B. But you can see 4 NaVi players in the tunnels, hoping body does base. He gets a headshot though. Now done a bit more damage for Scream and Shox to do something with this. This could actually work out for them. The timing though, it was actually working out for Shox. They didn't land the shot.
It has to have, yeah. That Edward knew that he had to have gone in behind the box. There's no way he got away that fast. So lines it up, takes him down. Flamey takes Scream. 2 versus 4 in the favor of NaVi, who are going to make this, well, maybe not. Make this a 4 versus 1. It's now 3 versus 2 because RPK gets that kill instead. Nade's going to go slightly deep at the low HP. Simple's able to spray it down. Smiths finds the trade. And a 1 versus 2 now. Yeah, the bomb is down towards B tunnels, but obviously that's recoverable. Guardian does pick it up. And Flamey just watching towards CT Sport to see if he can get some intel here. As to Smith's whereabouts, he hasn't got any flashes or kits. Obviously, he's just got that AK. They're going to have a ton of cash next round anyway, so you'll see if there's any opportunity to go for this. Currently, he's hiding in CT Spawn. I guess this will just be the full save at this stage. He only has 38 HP. But CT economy is a very big factor, of course, and if he can just drop an AK over to his teammates, he'll get the orb. Does this help balance the books a little bit going forward? The bomb will indeed be blowing up. Guardian just making sure there's no ninja nonsense coming in here. But they are closing the gap. It will be 11-9, yeah. Smith's waiting in CT spawn to just hold, like you say, 11-9. I mean, this is a decent run from NaVi as they now put, is it going to be 5? Yeah, 5 straight rounds in a row. So full loss round bonus going the way of G2 on the CT side. That's going to be much welcomed, but also something that has to be considered.
Yeah, well, they, like, for example, if they go double all this round, they win the round, they lose the next one, they have definitely not broken the economy of NaVi. And it's so fragile right now. They need to start winning multiple rounds in a row. Double orbs finally arrived. It's going to be Body and Smiths this time. Like I said, Smiths very strong on this map. Seems to be his absolute home playing ground. We'll see what he can do here as we go into round number 6. Faster tactic potentially from Flamey as he does flash out towards long. Going to be going for the face as well, it seems as well. He uses everything he's got, but he will be Molotov'd out. We'll see what NaVi's plan is. As Edward just walks out the mid doors. Smoke towards CT spawn, undetected for now. This could be a very fast play.
Taps from Scream. Unable to find anyone over top of the smoke toward middle.
It's very similar from what we saw on the pistol. That fake towards B, one player is committed to that, and then they go fast up short. Smith's player we held a minute ago. Let's see if we can do anything with this.
Issue is that they need to get the player at long right now. Flamey to win the duel against RPK. Because if it can do so, it opens up so much possibility to pressure the AWP of Smiths, because with that security blanket in the form of RPK, there's no pressure from his left. He can focus firmly onto quad, but that works as well. Guardian gets the shot against him, and they can work toward the site collectively as a unit. 2 players already there. Bomb is one of them, but that's taken down RPK. They plant inside, not for Cat, and that gives it Screamy. Nearly hits Flamey with the jump, or rather, excuse me, nearly hits Seized with the jump. Did get Flamey before that. He goes down to just 10 HP, and finally the bomb will be planted as Body already fading away with an AWP in hand.
Yeah, the round that we thought GT might be able to step up to here is actually going to be shut down as NaVi, like I said, similar to what we saw on the pistol. Nice default at the start, and Edward is getting out towards me by himself, smoking CT spawn. Made a very convincing case of it as well. Went all the way up to the doors, then fell back. His teammates are ready on towards short. They flash over. They're so aware of where Smith's play from as well. They're not facing before they know they can bait out a shot there. So they got position of short and catwalk as well. Flash over, wait for him to fire a shot. Then they moved up a little bit more. Guardian's waiting for him to rephase, take that shot down. That's a huge scalp to take. And Smiths goes down on the side. They know they've got a lot more room to breathe there. And there will be, how many rounds down the road? 6 in a row for NaVi. They bring the scoreline to 11-10. And now we definitely do have a game on our hands. It's going to be G2 yet to win around here in the second half. Money, it's okay. They could force into this one. They have got Body who saved the AWP. And he's also got $3,500, so it looks like it will be a force here, but it's going to be a difficult one for sure. 1 AWP, 1 FAMAS, 3 M4s. There are a couple of kits this time, and some smokes. It's not the weakest force, but that's for sure, but still going to be a headshot, though. Body goes down, crossing. They used a grenade to even cross there as well, but it's definitely not perfect. You can see bodies cross to that occasionally, and in this case, literally, as he's prepared to drop.
But Scream, he lines it up, knows the bounce, figures out Flamey's inside of that smoke, and in due time takes him down. And the choir sings songs of merriment as a result of that kill. Choir led by Alex Messine Richardson. Trust me, you do not want to be in the ESL studio right now. Your ears will bleed. As Simple, looking down toward mid doors, will allow Guardian to cover off to the left of top middle and get his sights on Catwalk. And then Simple will work off of that to therefore clear it out further. So in tandem, they collectively take back map control from G2, who has Shocks closest to mid doors, but fading back inside of the B site. They're going to play a 2-2 split. And NaVi, flashing Simple in, should realize good chance they can take that part of the map, but they're still hesitant to do so.
Holding up for now, bomb towards top of buildings. He's seized. He's actually watching B tunnel from T spawn here. This could be so deadly. Shocks is about to cross. He's not going to be checking that angle at all. And here comes the kill. Knife out. There it is. Looking for the double. Seas can't do it. Scream does take him down, but they know that's a player completely removed from this situation. The problem is for Tees right now. The bomb is down towards top of middle. So it does buy a little bit of time here for GT, but still a huge disadvantage here. Simple on the hunt for this kill towards Smiths. He's got the AWP. No, doesn't seem aware that Simple has actually made it to the bomb side already. He's going to get his head ripped off. And now Scream, the final player, and like I said, they knew exactly where he was. Great play from Seas there, very defensive. It's a bit of a gamble. Like he's removed from his teammates as well, but that B tunnels push does come in from the CT. He gets 1 kill and delays Scream by such a huge amount of time here. And it's going to be 11-11, Matt. Your wish has come true.
No, that's not.
Is that not it?
No, you have to make the wish.
Oh, so like,
on
it's not like a general wish you have in mind and it comes true at 11-11.
My wish is that Scream would switch his name to Screamy all the time.
Screamy, getting creamy.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking of Moses with that one. I know it's his favorite player. It's the rank S version of Moses, because Moses could never make rank S.
I've got a hoodie now from ESL that's got a patch in it that says creamy on it. And I feel like he gave it to me because I was obviously the creator of Creamy Moses. I was the artist behind it. So
yeah, you do tend to make that out of men quite a bit, don't you? It's not the first time. All right, we'll leave that one alone.
Yeah, but I think you've said enough. You didn't have to elaborate. I think everyone got it. Anyway, 11-11, we've made it. And it's going to be yet another force buy here from G2. They really haven't got anything into this second half at all. It's going to be 7-0. And Guardian, it's Body again. How many times is he going to get railed for the door?
The thing is, as well, Body is an extremely effective player in the B site.
Yeah, definitely.
That's like his best spot on any map, I would say. So him going down early, Shocks has to step up. Huge does, but 12 HP on what potentially could become a 1-for-1 trade as a result of this. So hugely problematic. RPK instead going to try and get aggressive, catch off middle. Scream caught. Flick misses, though. That gives RPK a chance. However, relayed information, and they're both still at the outside of A. He could get caught trying to rush back down mid, so Smith's out to protect as the smoke will allow the escape.
It was almost some vintage Guardian play there. If he hit that second shot, that would have been pretty special. Didn't work out there, but Shocks has been taken down to 2 HP. It's 3-on-3, and still this heavily favors the terrorists, I'd say, given the circumstance, but we'll see if the Shocks can do anything with this flank. It's time to perfection as well. He catches Seized on Xbox and actually has given them the man advantage. Is this the round we've been waiting for GT to actually get into us? A missed shot by Smiths. Did spot the shoulder of one of the players crossing over there, but looks like they will be committing to long regardless, and it's Simple. Is that through the smoke? Just find Smiths who's trying to get back towards the bomb side there. Could have just got boosted up, but the aggressive play, and it's another headshot. RPK drops. Shocks on 2 HP. He's a player that definitely has the potential to win these rounds, but not to stat against him for now.
Shocks on 2 HP. Has to be absolutely brilliant. He has to line these up, and he's not going to do it. NaVi, yet to lose a round on the T side, have come from 11-4 to 12-11.
8-0 here on the second half, Matt. That's kind of nuts. It's just been, I think, I know I sound like a bit of a pessimist, but that force buy in the second, it's all stemmed from that. They haven't had a decent buy here, really, apart from that one in round number 5, and that fell apart. God, he's raiding them every single round. So we have got an eco here, finally, for G2. Last round was with 3 FAMASes and 2 M4s. It's going to be a very difficult case against the aim stars of NaVi with that kind of bite, but here we go then. 5.7s and Deagles. Smiths to the PT50. They have got a bit of body armor as well. Obviously still a maximum loss bonus, so you can justify a bit more of expenditure here. But Body at the back of B once again. He's had a rough time in the second half. Scoreboard right now, Shocks, the prodigal son of G2. Actually on the bottom of the scoreboard right now, 11 for 15. Expecting to be one of the star performers here. Hasn't really got rolling at all. To be fair, GT haven't really done anything in the second half there. Smith's going to be flashed towards long doors. RPK does reply. 4-on-4. Hasn't managed to pick up a weapon just yet. There it is. Finds an AK. But sees, finds a headshot. Body, once again, been taken down.
Scream, though. Deagle shot right back into seized. RPK, he's got to hold this off from Carr with an AK-47. Can't do it. Simple finds the kill, but Shock's in a reasonable position to try and deny default. And does take Simple, who again continues to struggle to find even the simple trades, you'd say, in this case. It's now going to be a bomb plant for Flamey, however. And Scream is
so far away.
Running away, yeah. Well, he is actually going.
Yeah, he might as well go for it. They're going to have a buy regardless next round. They desperately need a round. If there ever was a time for a bit of magic here, this would be it. Molotov at the side, try and flush someone out, but I'm going to be working out them just yet. Oh, that does help, though.
Guardian there, yep. He did line it up right. I mean, that was the good crosshair placement. He actually snapped away a little bit sooner, not expecting him to be there, but yeah, no kid either, even if, yeah, I mean, he had to go very fast, hence the quick entry with the Molotov, but now 13 rounds for NaVi, who have woken up in the second half. We said that before we went to our intermission, that they had to wake up. They are certainly wide awake.
It was 11-4 going into this half. This is insane, but here we go then. We said that EK working out with a loss bonus, and damage once again to Body Matt. He's gone under 36 HP. He's having a shocker here. Every time he crosses, he's getting taken down. It's another aggressive push from GT to those upper B tunnels. See if they can find this first kill. They need something to go in their favor. It's going to be Smith's leading the charge here with the AWP in hand, but it's a fast B split coming in from NaVi. Look at his first kill. Body low HP as well. He does get taken down. Scream finds one, but he's also shut down there as well. Steve's battling, and it's going to be another round going in favor of NaVi here. 4-on-2. Simple holding the flanks as well. Easy frag for him. And that's going to be it. RPK stuck in T-spawn, no man's land, and pretty much.
What he's actually trying to do is figure out if there's a way to swap teams right now.
Yes, if I'm in T-spawn, you guys look everything fun.
Yeah, could I play for you? I like winning.
Well, it looks like they're very confident right now, NaVi. Just fast out towards middle, and the problem is that's the nightmare scenario for GT. They've gone for the aggressive upper B push, so they've got nothing to work with. They've got to retake from the tunnels. It's like they're coming into the site as a T. And it's a very tight choke point. We already discussed that. And now it's going to be another $3,400 coming in favor of G2. It's not really enough to buy, but they need rounds at this point. NaVi, 1 round away from match point. It's currently...
Just kill Body again.
It's currently 10-0 on the second half here. 10 clean rounds in a row for NaVi.
To be fair, we casted a game like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. It would have been more than 2 weeks ago, I guess. Maybe it was Cologne. Body was being tagged every time by a scout that in the early parts of Dust 2 as well. There's something about him that jumping across middle always gets him hit.
Every round it felt like, even like, oh, he didn't even get killed last round. I thought, okay, he's finally made it. Look to the side. 36 HP, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single time, he can't catch a break. They come towards B, he's got like there's like one bullet to the chest from an AK at that point.
Rates at like bizarre
Yeah, that's
amounts.
That used to be the trick back in the day. He used a little bind, and as soon as you cross the door, you like tap the key, and you go down to like 10,000 rates.
Yeah.
I couldn't even see you. They never do that, but
yeah,
it doesn't work anymore.
Cheaters. I totally would do that. Simple, going to be holding on to stairs, waits for the smokes to go down. Flamey the one to throw them out. Now, is he going to go for the drop split? Because he's the one in position to try and do so. Or is it just to hold players in A? It seemingly is the latter because he's not pushing through. He'll catch rotations instead as the emphasis goes on to the B site. And Scream, waiting at window, has to play off Body, but Body's gone passive, so he's actually leaving his teammate. Okay, good. I'm glad to see Scream now switching his angle because with Body playing that far passive, he was a sitting duck in the window. So now it's a crossfire, forced committal to the site before they start to peek, and it actually works out wonderfully because Body, he's able to get one, Scream collects 2, bomb drop down, has to go for that, does Guardian, who found 1 kill at least, but that's all he will get. Simple now, 1 versus 3, bomb down in B site. Tough task to try and get toward it. Lovely shot on RPK though, because he spots his head. And is there a chance? Simple's got to line up toward the box. He's got this down to a 1-on-1, but it's 44 HP on Body versus 12 is Simple. And the shot from the AWP reigns supreme.
Can you imagine what a time to arrive that would be? Just deny them that round, 1 versus 1.
He's up toward 20 kills. It's just the impact we haven't seen from him.
So we expect those kind of plays right there, those 1-on-4s and stuff like that. That's Simple. That's him in a nutshell, right? Winning those kind of unwinnable situations. That would have been so crazy. It's needless to say, though, it comes down to 1-on-1 again. He did enough damage there in terms of the economy. You can see the buy reflected powerfully. There's going to be 2 Famouses, 1 all recovered. And the rest of the team still struggling here. If they lose this round, it's absolutely GG at this point. It's going to be Shocks getting out first. They're fighting these early picks once again. RPK gets 1, but it's still a 3 versus 1. Body, the last remaining player. Everyone knows he plays B. They're looking for him to cross. Edward spotted as well. He's getting damage from crossover as well. This round's over, and it will be $1,400 for GT going into potentially the last round. As I said, this is at the GG moment, unless Body can find some absolute magic here as he does find the first kill. 2 versus 1 now. Edward and Seized playing together as the bomb gets planted for long.
Bounce flash that does land up on top of the site, but it won't matter because he's not pushing through and he's searching still. He actually is anticipating. If you're looking at the way he's thinking, the way he continued to keep his crosshair mid, backed away from CT when he got shot from that direction, sprayed down the guy at long and instantly shot through the smoke. He's trying to read exactly what NaVi is doing against him. He's trying to be one step ahead, but he's got this down to a one-on-one. Problem is he's on 36 HP. Seized still on the ramp. It's not a likely position to check. We'll see if Body can get a read on it as that bomb continues to tick. Long, next guess. Instead, though, it is the CT ramp, and he continues to anticipate pit, and that's going to allow Seized to jump up and take the shot.
You could see Body, they didn't have much time to work with, couldn't just walk onto the bomb site, and Seized, he's beneath him as well. As soon as he hears him running to the site, he just goes down beneath him on that wall as well, and he, judging by the part, you would assume as a CT, he's going to be down towards long in the pit area. Seized reads it so well, and like I said, that's pretty much the game over at this point. 15-12, they're $1,400 going into this round after winning the last one. Pistols across the board, some armor as well, and it's going to be...
Scream gets hit.
Of course.
Guardian's back this time.
Guardian's back. And well, Body's gone down to 15 as well. The double nades didn't work out for him.
Scopey, guys.
Yeah.
Guardian has got to be the most consistent opper in this game at hitting from T-side through the doors. CT side, I might actually argue Smith's is one of the best on this map, but T-side Guardian's untouchable.
Well, this CT certainly hasn't.
All right, fair enough. Listen.
Hasn't really done much.
Actually, to be fair, he hasn't even peeked there very much, and maybe it's because he's against Guardian that he's a little bit worried to do so, but does get Edward with the 5-7. Started off, he'll run forward, grab the AK-47, but map point, it continues to loom. As it is 15-12, although the man advantage goes to G2, the HP certainly does not, and C's waiting in T-spawn will catch Body. He'll never have expected him to still be there. Guardian nearly gets a shot into him from Scream, who retreats to the site with the Deagle.
Standing in the open, has to hit the shot.
Doesn't though, does he, Henry?
No,
does the second time around through the box though. Simple, easily reads where Shox has gone, and he should close the game himself. He will. As it goes 16-12 after an 11-4 start. That's a huge comeback from NaVi and a massive blunder